Welcome to Skyton Academy, where we believe in holistic growth. Our health and wellness pillar is your gateway to a balanced life. Dive into our foundational course, Health, Wellness, and Mindset. Stay tuned for upcoming offerings, the power of plant medicine masterclass, the importance of blood work, Diet 101 with private blood work testing, and much more. Enroll today for just $50 a month and embark on your journey to well-being with Skyton Academy. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Skyton Academy, we at you guys with our very first health and wellness meeting. Today, we're going to be going over a couple things. Steve's going to spearhead this one. This is impactful and this is relevant to everybody. So you guys dial in. Steve, what's going on, brother?
Everything good. Can you hear me? 1 2 1 2.
Yeah, you good, loud and clear.
All right, cool. Just drop a 1 in the chat if you're a member and a 2 if you're not a member. So members only. This was a members only call, but I invited non-members to the call, just so they can get a little, action into kind of what we do. So this might be our first installment of a members only health call, and you're going to start seeing these things monthly as we progress into the year. This is an aspect. How are we looking? We got any new guys on the call?
Yeah, we got 1 2.
All right, cool. All right. Well, guys, welcome to Skyton Academy. This is what we would consider a members only call. So we have 5 pillars at the Academy, and in no particular order, but professional development, personal development, health and wellness, cryptocurrency, and trading, right? So each one of those pillars, we offer an array of classes, courses, and master classes, right? And this all comes at a price tag of $50 a month. All right. There are some additional upsell things that we do from time to time, but for the most part, a majority of all our content and learning programs are part of your monthly membership. So I just wanted to, guys, introduce you to the health and wellness pillar. This one's a big one, guys. This is the one that most people don't focus on. So when you're out here making money, I see guys, they make a ton of money only to spend it all on their wealth. Okay. And if there's ever the biggest story in history about health and wellness, it is Steve Jobs, right? Visionary, built probably, if not the biggest product ever known to man, and he couldn't stop what was coming to him. Okay, so not focusing on the health part can have some you end up paying for it later. So for me, the price of regret is too high. I opt to go with preventative, and I'm just here to share. I'm not here to change anybody's lifestyle. Do as you please, but clearly you guys are on here for a reason. First thing I want to offer you guys is we're going to do a 4-day challenge starting tomorrow. It's a 4-day cleanse. So you have today to purchase all the stuff that you need. And it is a liver detox. We're going to do a 4-day liver detox. And guys, the ingredients are simple. They're in the grocery stores. Just whatever you do, just buy organic, if you can. All right. So just some of the benefits to the liver, guys, our liver gets beat up. You got to flush it from time to time. All right. Preventing life-threatening diseases when you do these flushes. It promotes a stronger immune system. It builds better functioning in the body. Okay. We could reverse aging. Your cellular youth could be rejuvenated when you start to do that, and an increase of energy. And then you'll also see fat loss and clearer skin, right? So the liver, you guys get off to your own research, and it's kind of crazy, champ. I was just thinking about this. Like, we don't even know what our body parts actually do, right? So we'll sit here and we'll just put it on a driver's license, organ donor, and the thing is pretty powerful, guys.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And you only get one of these things. So I'm not trying to have anybody pull it out my body, because you got to understand, when you start to pull things out, then that means other parts of your body have to make up for what that's put there for. So if you can just, before anything gets pulled out of your body, your tooth, like anything, just start to do some research, get a couple, look at it from a holistic view, along with traditional doctors. Go see at least 3 doctors before you make any big life-changing surgeries.
Yeah.
Right. Because these guys only care about money. It's a business. They put people through chemo that don't even have cancer. Like, this is what they're doing. So at the Academy, we take a holistic approach to all things, and health and wellness is the very thing. Because if we can't get up to just go out and get and do whatever, then none of it matters. So don't put money and prioritize that before your health. You will spend later on it. The price of regret is high. All right. So I'm going to give you the 4-day cleanse. I'm also going to go over some images to show you how disease or symptoms sit in the body, how they affect each organ, right? Because there's the disease and then there's symptoms of a disease. All right. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to share a mineral test with you. It was a metal and mineral test that I took private. And I'm also going to give you a link to that test where you just pay shipping and handling. So you get it for $17.95. It's an at-home test. You prick, you mail out, and then you get a portal, and then your test results come back in, and then you'll kind of see what it looks like. Champ and I both took it already, so it does give you good details into just where you're at. It's one thing to take a standard blood test. It's another to know, when minerals are low in particular areas or too high, they affect the body in different ways. So we have to find balance in what we do. But a lot of the balance comes in mindset, not so much habit, right? Okay. So we can control the mind, we can control the habits. So that's where I'm going with this one. All right. So for all the guys that are new, welcome to the Academy. Hopefully you could join us soon. Not even hopefully. Just figure it out, man.
Join us now.
Yeah, just drop it in the chat. The 2 people on there, I'm holding you accountable. In worst case, you don't learn anything, which you can't not learn anything if you don't log into stuff. Our current members on the chat, if you want to just give a little review, is it worth the $50? For my people who aren't, just read the chat. Y'all have at it. Be honest. All right, so we're going to get started. I'm going to go with the cleanse first. I'm going to drop this in here. And then if you're an Academy member, it's also going to be posted in our recipes. So to be on there tomorrow, we start the 4-day cleanse, and then you'll just get messages every day, just making sure that everybody's on track. 4 days, guys. We're talking about 2 cups. Okay. So here in the chat is going to be the recipe. And like I said, this is going to be posted. Keys is not a member, right?
Yeah. Keys.
Keys, I'm going to have to charge you. One, you don't show your face. You don't really say much. And you just be in here I don't know, man. Come serve us up with something, man. Just say hello to the people one time. Keys making me nervous, man. He's like a plant. That's just the feeling I'm getting. I'm just being honest. Nobody got their cameras on. It's crazy.
Yeah, y'all turn them cameras on. Let's connect, man.
Oh, man, it's Sunday, man. Let's go. But Keys, I don't know. I don't know about this guy, man. Hey, Champ, you want to just tune that up? Because I might have some typos in that thing.
I got you.
It's on Telegram, so I'll just jump right in. Guys, let's start up with the emotions of the organs in the body. And I'll drop all this stuff to you guys too, these images. All right. So this is your organs and how emotions are stored in the body. All right. So the back and spine, if everybody could just mute up, Champ.
I got you.
The back and spine, stressed over responsibility, carrying the weight of the world on your back. So you ever wake up with back pain? And what's the first thing you say? I slept wrong. It's like, come on, guys. We've been sleeping on beds our entire life, every day. So don't trick yourself into not following the signs of back pain. Back pain is an indicator of a lot. All right. In the liver, we have anger, depression, resentment, irritability. And I'm going to tie this to my personal tests. All right. I'm not going to go over each one of these. The bladder, suppress anxiety, fear, embarrassment, shyness. The lungs, grief, sadness. Stomach, this is it. The gut is like the first brain. This is important, guys. Sadness, shame, life situations that is hard to stomach. Make sense? For my ladies, the thyroid, not feeling like you have a voice, and not just my ladies, everybody. Or your voice is heard, respected, supported, stress that is hard to swallow. All right. Seeing these emotions, guys, start connecting the dots a little bit. And I'm going to drop these images to you so you have them. The kidney, right? Fear, bashful, weak willpower, hard to say no, insecurities. All right. The heart, lack of love, joy, happiness in life. Lower back, unexpressed anger, fear, avoidance. Okay. Teeth, lack of power, feeling inferior. Something in your life needs changing. All right. So you understand there's a multitude of organs in the body, and there's emotions that are tied to each one of them. Okay. It's very important to understand. I'm going to drop that in the chat. And for anybody that's watching the replay, if you're a member, this is going to be in the Academy Health and Wellness posted. If you're a non-member and you're watching it on YouTube, I am going to have links in the description that'll give you the images, not my personal blood test, but it'll give you the images and the formula, the recipe for the 4-day cleanse, which we're starting tomorrow, August 26th, for 4 days. All right, we just have to drink a cup of tea in the morning with some things in there. Champ, did you get everything fixed on your end?
Yep, I dropped it.
All right, so Champ just dropped it in the that's the 4-day cleanse, guys. So we'll just go over that now. Let me give you the images for what I just showed you.
And I can drop those too.
You have them?
Yeah, they're right here. I
Okay.
can drop
Yep, perfect. All right, I'll just keep moving. All right, guys. So Champ's going to drop that in there for you. Now for the recipe, we have a 4-day cleanse. So of course, we're going to start on Monday. We're going to end on Thursday. All right. So it's 2 cups of water inside of a pan or a pot. Right. We're going to start to boil some water. You want 1 organic green apple. Okay. Cut into pieces. And then, so the apple is a source of malic acid. All right. And this facilitates the liver cleansing. Okay. And detoxification of the body. So this is the green apple is important. Go organic, please, guys. All right. You don't even need a full bag of it. Today I bought individual apples, because sometimes you just get the bag and that's not your thing. Get 4 apples, maybe even possibly 5. Okay. And then after that, we're going to go 2 cinnamon sticks, antioxidant, anti-inflammatory. Okay. This is important. All right. The 2 cinnamon sticks. Great properties in cinnamon, guys. We gave you a mouthwash too. That's cinnamon and cloves. That's important for dental health. So that's in the Academy too. So I'm just letting you non-members know how deep we go with this. All right. We have 1 slice of lime. Get a little lime. Not it doesn't have to be a key lime. It could be a regular lime. Go organic if you can. And you're just going to slice it up. Okay. And, this is going to clean out a lot of dangerous toxins in the body. Of course, we know, we're just trying to get the acid and things out of the body, guys. That's it. Raising our alkaline levels. And then there's consistency behind it. So this is why I want to do the 4-day challenge, so we could all hold each other accountable. Right. So I'm urging you, all our members, in the mornings, take your photo, come back to the post. Hey, I'm in. And then everybody just keep everybody engaged with it. All right. That's the biggest thing is breaking habit and behavior. All right. Which 4 days, guys. We're not asking for a whole lot on this one. After that, you're going to get a tablespoon of rosemary. All right. So that also cleans out toxins in the body and flushes the liver. All right. So you can get a fresh string of rosemary, or if you find dried ones, right? Everything that you need is going to be in the ingredients. I'm not going to go over how much of it you need. So once you put everything together in a boiling pot, what's the last thing we need? Oh, ginger. Fresh ginger, about 15 grams. You chop it up small. You can get about 5 tablespoons of it, about that much ginger. All right. So you'll boil that inside of the water together for about 15 minutes. And then you would strain it out. And that's your 2 cups. And then just sip. That's it. 4 days, guys. And then let's see how we feel. So we'll come back after the 4 days. We'll do a health and wellness call. We'll just get everybody's or people could kind of submit how they feel after the 4 days. And then when we get on our next members call, we'll kind of bring the data back up again and make it a thing. Maybe we go another 4 days. All right. We're spending countless days and hours of beating our bodies up. So at some point we have to slow it down, give it time to, just kind of relax, rebuild, but we need to assist it also. And this is what this 4-day cleanse is for. Put a 1 in the chat if we're good. Simple enough, right, champ?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Do you have the link for the free mineral and blood test?
I can pull it.
It's right in the Telegram. I dropped it.
Gotcha.
All right,
Oh
guys.
yeah, I see it. I got you.
Yep. So there is a test, and we gave you this private blood test by a doctor called Stephen Cabral. We're actually an affiliate of him. We're not making any money on this blood test. I haven't even set up the affiliate stuff, but I like this doctor because they allow us to. He has an array of tests that your normal primary care wouldn't give you, if not an issue showing up, right? So they'll test you when an issue shows up, but at that point you're probably cooked a little bit. Right. So this is more preventative. Dr. Cabral offers about 100 testing kits per month. He does a promotion on this, and he does different types of testing kits that you can get for free. You can get an inflammation test for free. You can get this test. So you just have to be in that network, following him on IG, and then you'll get the promotions that come your way. So right now we have the link. Buy it. All you're paying is shipping and handling. A box gets mailed to your house, clear instructions. Postage, everything paid. You put everything back in, you register the test, and then within like a week or so, right, champ? About a couple weeks.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep, you should get the test results back. And then this is how the test result looks. So the only one that we're going over today is a mineral and metal test. All right, this is important. Okay. Just champ, can you see that?
Yep. Clear as day.
All right, cool. So of course, this is me. Keep it short. So what you're looking at is my electrolyte minerals. This is one of the first thing to test for: calcium, magnesium, sodium, and potassium. You want to, the baseline, you want as close to green as possible. I have elevated levels of magnesium and sodium. Okay. So what I like about Cabral is they always give you the reason behind the elevated levels. Okay. So for the magnesium, and you can see on the right here, my level is high, indicating that and this test is actually coming from the hair, just so you know. This isn't a fingerprint. So I just want to clarify that. You're going to cut a piece of your hair. I don't have a lot of hair on my head, so pause, I went pubic. And because it's like a little measurement thing. So you can go with your beard, wherever you got hair.
Yeah. Yep.
Figure it out. I think, champ, you had to do you did your hair, your head?
I had a chunk. Now, I got the fresh baldy, so I had to do a big chunk out of the beard.
I didn't know if you had that patch in the back still. Champ's got a tail, guys. He ain't never tell you. All right, so you just got to lighten it up a little bit. All right, so the symptoms, not the disease, the symptoms to this is overwhelm and irritability. And we talked about the symptoms of how your organs and emotions are stored. So keep this in mind, guys: overwhelm and irritability. And I do a lot. That irritability, not really something that I associated with like that, but definitely overwhelm. And then my high sodium, all right, could be, where's my sodium? Deficiency symptoms like, again, overwhelm and irritability. It ain't like Steve's eating a whole bunch of like craziness. All right, I'm pretty clean in the diet realm. Not the cleanest, but not enough to send my sodium to the moon. So I'm not worried about these two. Okay. So it indicates being in a fight or flight or a greater need for adrenal support. So, I'm just making sure that I got some things that I do in order to help me. This doctor also has supplements, but we also have a practitioner who's part of the academy, and you guys could book a consultation with her. And she takes more of a holistic approach to things, but she'll read your blood test and kind of give you recommendations on her end. But if you feel something is off and you want to go see a doctor, you just have to bring this test result into the doctor, and he's going to further test you. Remember, this was done with hair sample. You need to let him or her know that. All right. The next page is going to test for nutrient minerals. This is important, guys. So you have iron, copper, manganese, zinc, chromium, selenium, and listen, phosphorus. Y'all know me with my words, so let's be nice, be kind. Iron low in the hair sample. Indication to do nothing, guys. Okay, so you're gonna get a better sense of your iron through a blood test. So there's no alert on that. All right. Elevated copper, which is what I have, associated with what again? Overwhelm, fatigue, not me. Headaches, nope. Hyperactivity, no. Insomnia, no. Inflammation, nah. Nausea. So for me, the overwhelming keeps coming back up. Steve just carries a lot of weight, and no matter how strong I think I am, it's still having an effect on me. Okay. Zinc was a little low. So low zinc is associated with fatigue, lower thyroid and immune function, lower appetite. Lower appetite, I could, lately, summertime, I'm kind of always low appetite. Nervousness, lower testosterone, never that. Not where I'm at now. All right. Allergies or poor wound healing. All right. So for this one, I got to dig a little bit deeper into the low zinc. And then we have I don't have to go through everything. So high phosphorus. All right. So I just want to kind of point out certain things for you guys so you understand the test. I don't want to go over every aspect of the test. So high phosphorus in the hair can be associated with irritability, high stress, and a high intake of processed food. I don't do too much processed foods. Irritability, maybe not, but high stress if I had to think about why my phosphorus is elevated. The next thing you're going to get is you're going to get the toxic metal reading. So that's gonna be the lead, the mercury. Champ, you're gonna have to help me out on some of this stuff. Cadmium, arsenic, aluminum, right? So I'm pretty good on most of them. My mercury was pretty high, and that's typically from exposure in the diet, dental fillings, and some drugs. Okay. Exposure, avoiding high mercury fish. I don't really eat the big gaming fish like that. So, this is another one that I need to follow through on and just kind of connect some dots on it. All right. And then they give you some additional metal tests. You kind of see here, nickel, cobalt, and then they give you the metal ratios behind each one. Everything on my mineral side was pretty level, so overall, I'm happy with this test. There's a few little tweaks and things that I need to do. There's nothing diet related I need to do on this. When I sat with this, I've had this for a little bit. The changes I needed to make were more mental changes. So the balancing of my day, I told Champ the other day, I kind of hit a wall and I was a little tired. He told me earlier he was tired. I was like, yo, take the day off. He's like, I can't, never. His ego steps in and, he'd rather pass out. You know what I did? I went, took a nap. I got on my sound bed. I shut the lights out on myself and I woke up rejuvenated. Right. So this is the part when people are at work, you can't really go to your job and just take a nap. I mean, we don't really have that flexibility, but there's times your body's just telling you something.
Yeah.
And you just have to take heed to it. But what happens? Like, Champ, I got to go to work. I have to, all right, cool, no problem. But when you're sick, you can't go to work. So now you take your sick days. So sometimes it just takes a little 15-minute reset, go outside, ground yourself, hug a tree. You know what I mean? There's so much things that could lower that stress level like this. Yeah. But if you continue to keep doing the things that stress you out and you don't pull away from it and you don't have ways to kind of release a lot of that stuff, you're going to run into a lot of problems in your life. And then it becomes the disease, right? Not the symptom anymore. Okay. So the first thing is get the blood test so we could understand where we sit, because nothing on this test will ever be tested by a doctor in a normal 1-year physical examination. For the most part, for the types of insurance that we all carry. It's not like we have private doctors. And, I asked my doctor for a metal test. He's like, Steve, what are you going to do with it? And even if you found something out, what would you do? So he's thinking I'm dumb or uninformed, but he is. Understand, medical doctors only spend a small amount of hours in nutrition. So that's why I'll always push back on the medical industry. It's an oxymoron to me. It just, you have to take nutrition and quality of life. So when you hear doctors say, they use the word, oh, it's caused by stress. This is the part that they're not giving you. The data that we just gave you, the emotions in the organ. When I had sciatica the couple years ago, that was a tough time. And, when I followed it all the way to the organs, that's when I finally made the change. And it was Steve just taking on too much, trying to do too much for people. And it was my body's way of telling me, sit down. Only with sciatica, you got to lay down, and sometimes you got to stand up, and then sometimes you got to sit down. I would never wish that on anybody. And the way I was able to beat sciatica was, one, by understanding what it was, and I got to the root cause of it, and it was all up here. And then I told myself, I'm not dealing with this anymore. So just the power of mind, the belief in that this ain't coming back, you could code yourself if you have strong belief in it, not just on some old, I'm not going to drink anymore. And then you, once a week, you grab a drink. No, like I'm not doing this anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I did with the sciatica. But again, it was an emotion that was sitting in my body that created the pinched nerve. And I'm telling you, I will never want to go through that again. So if I don't have to help somebody out in life again to avoid that pain, figure it out. Because I'm not sitting with that as you go about your day walking. Okay. So start looking at when you have certain emotions, start looking at like the causes, like what's causing that emotion. Why is it bothering you? Right? Start working through that stuff. It's going to catch up to us, guys. I'm 46, turning 47 in a few months. It's, things start to change in the body a bit. All right. I can tell you that every morning I've been playing basketball with my son and training him. I have no signs of inflammation in my body. I don't stretch. I don't work out. I am moving like a 20-year-old. Well, maybe not 20. Closer to maybe 30. Right. But I feel great. And that's a good measure for me because I don't wake up sore. I don't go through any of that. But again, I'm grounding in the morning. I'm also grounding at night. Like I have, I'm playing a frequency game right now. So I believe all that plays a major part in it. There weren't gyms back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So all this yoga, Pilates, and I'm not saying they don't work. I'm just telling you that you kind of, it starts here. You know what I'm saying? Because then when you don't go to the gym, then you still have this. Right. And that's what happens to people. They're on the ride, then they're off the ride, or maybe they're too consistent with it and not working on this, great body, terrible mind, terrible body. You just gotta find a balance. I'm not a big guy that believes that everyone needs to be inside the gym. I think the first thing you need to do is just kind of take control of your mental state. And then that will then help you with the cravings and all the things that we know we shouldn't be doing. But we don't know how it really reacts to our body. So it's like a smoker, right? I've seen smokers at hospitals on oxygen machines smoking outside. And they told themselves already, they programmed themselves. You know what they say to themselves? This cigarette here won't kill me. And they're right about it. That's how they see it. They've broken it down to the cigarette that they're currently smoking will not kill them. Valid. Even though they have lung cancer. So that's health and wellness. We're going to keep it short and sweet today. We just wanted to drop a nugget on you guys. 4-day cleanse starts tomorrow, August 26th. We're going to hold ourselves accountable. Champ and I are going to do a post in the health and wellness channel for all the members. We'll head over there, go get all your ingredients today. The list is there, and we'll repost the list in the Academy. And if you're watching on YouTube, the list is going to be in the comments, in the description below. And hopefully you could join us in the Academy at some point. Do we have any questions? If there's no questions, Champ, you can take us out so we can just deliver this to the people.
Yeah, definitely. So guys, that was our health and wellness meeting. That was the first of many. We want you all to join the Academy. The links will all be provided to you all in the description below of this video. And we love you guys, and we'll see you on this ride.
And understand, this is not our only challenge. We have a 30-day challenge coming up after this one. Okay, so with everything in the world that's happening, I'm hearing monkeypox, Fauci got West Nile virus. I hope he's okay. So I say that to say we just have to be really mindful in these times. It doesn't matter, and it's the things that we can't see we should be worried about. I'm not worried about the stuff that they're telling us because that's pretty obvious. All right, if it's monkeypox, then that's just the next thing we're dealing with, right? There's no avoiding much of any disease unless you're going to live in a bubble all day. So let's just tighten up. Let's clean that liver first. That's our first 4-day challenge, and after that, we have more challenges this year. And this is what you get when you rock with Skyton Academy. We take a holistic approach to learning. So it's not just about getting money and positioning yourself for the future, because if you're dead, then there is no future. Love y'all.